Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 19 of Musings of a Guild Leader. My name is Senda, and this week I'm going to talk about PvP and patch 4.1. So, hopping into the start. Patch 4.1, let's start with that, because there's tons of guild related stuff that I want to talk about in terms of people doing stuff, but I'm going to save that till the PvP end, which is sort of halfway into this episode. So, starting with the new patch. Very interesting stuff coming up, and the very interesting stuff has a name. It is not actually called Suleiman and Zulgroup. I'm going to talk about that in a bit. It is actually called Guild Challenges. For those of you out there in the dark, under a stone, tucked away, and not actually playing WoW or visiting MMO Champion at all, Guild Challenges are basically weekly quests for the guild. It's quests you complete at a guild level instead of at a personal level. It's very interesting. And currently, the preview we've had from Blizzard gives us 3 variants to this. First one is kill any one raid boss in a guild group. Second one is win 3 rated battlegrounds in a guild group. And the last one is complete 7 heroic dungeons at level 85 in a guild group. So obviously the big hashtag here is complete it in a guild group, which means you cannot solo this, you can't sort of have AFK out of guild chat and complete quests on your own or run some dailies and see the guild XP going up. This is stuff that Blizzard wants you to complete as a group. Be social, get together, go frickin' do it. And this is a great thing. Now what does it actually do? Basically it does what it says on the tin. Kill a raid boss, do some raided battlegrounds, run some heroics. And any single time you do this and you complete the guild challenge, I mean obviously there's an achievement for doing it, but apart from that you get guild experience. And not just a small bit, a metric fuck ton. You get ridiculous amounts of guild experience. Take for example, let's just skip the rest and just focus on one thing here. The killing a raid boss. It gives you 3 million guild experience. And to put this into perspective, because a lot of people out there might go like, yeah, well, what's 3 million, right? I mean, how much experience are we actually gaining on a daily basis? Well, there's a daily cap to guild experience. You can open your guild browser and look at this. The guild cap on a daily basis is 6.5 million experience points, roughly. Imagine you actually do that, you cap that, and then you kill the raid boss. It adds in another 3 million guild experience. So it's like adding in half a day to your allotment of how much XP you can get in a week. It's great. I mean, you get more experience, you level up faster, you unlock all the perks, and you're having fun because it actually feels like you achieved something. It's really cool. And the way it works is really nifty as well. No matter where you are that day in getting to the cap of guild experience, it extends your cap by the 3 million. So not only do you gain the 3 million, the cap goes up 3 million. So you don't have to worry about, am I going to kill this boss in 4 AM in the morning, or am I going to wait until we actually cap the experience for the day and then kill the boss? You can actually do it whenever you want to. Good system, Blizzard. Well done. That's really cool. And then on top of that, once you get to the max level with your guild, so level 25, and you can't actually gain guild experience anymore, all that experience that you gain with guild challenges is converted into money. And when I say money, I mean serious cash. And it is deposited directly into your guild bank, which is also really awesome. So, get some cash flow going there, maybe pay off some repair bills for your guildies. Yeah, nice stuff. So, other stuff that we're getting in patch 4.1. Suleiman and Zulgroup are going to return. Yay! I miss those instances. Especially Zulgroup. It's been like my favorite instance in vanilla, apart from maybe Molten Core and Blackwing Lair, but just on a small scale level, it's when I started raiding. It brings back a lot of memories for me. I really like the place. I like the lore behind it, because trolls are awesome. I play trolls well. And just, it's nice to go back with revamped encounters, even though it's 5 mans. I think it's nice that Blizzard revamps the content like this, much like I really enjoy questing with all the new quest zones nowadays. But there's a bigger part as to why Suleiman and Zulgroup are nice for the guild. And this goes back a little bit to basically when I formed the guild and we got into Cataclysm, we said, henceforth we shall hereby pay out all the repair bills for all guildies at all given times. And that kind of came back to bite me in the ass a little bit, because apparently it costs quite a bit of money. And this should be no surprise to you guys. There's threads all over the forums from distraught guildmasters out there going like, how on earth are you guys paying out the repair bills for your guildies? There's an achievement for this, so everyone's doing it. But how do you actually fund this? Are you expecting people to donate? Are you basing repairs off donations? Is there add-ons or systems for this? And, well, to be honest, no, there isn't. The way we did it so far was to basically rely on the 10% extra income through guild perks that goes into the guild bank and donations from guildies to simply fund the guild repairs. And it's a bit expensive, and we've been basically losing money ever since we came into Cataclysm. There's a big chart on our forums where Vork is actually maintaining like an Excel sheet when you show the graph going like down, down, down ever since we hit Cataclysm. Because then we actually started spending the cash like that. We've been looking at increasing our income basically since that happened, and recently we actually fixed that. What we started doing was we took the Maelstrom crystals that we got from useless crap that dropped in our raids, we disenchanted the epics, we get some Maelstrom crystals, and because they're actually quite expensive at the moment, we put those on the auction house and we sell them. There's two sides to this, because not everyone obviously likes this. Some people actually want these crystals for enchants. Think of Landslide, Power Torrent, stuff like that. And then, luckily enough, for us anyway, we also got some random epics to drop, and we got to sell those on the auction house for lots of cash as well. Having done that, we actually got to a very comfortable level in cash again. We can now stop selling the Maelstrom crystals, and use those for the actual enchants, and just rely on the income from selling buy and equip epics to fund these repairs. That's really, really cool. We're at a good point right now. Now, we actually had a discussion about this, but something else that patch 4.1 is going to bring is a solution to the Maelstrom crystal problem. Because right now, they're scarce, they're expensive as hell, but as soon as we get the Zul'Aman as a group, they're actually going to drop epics. It's not going to be the easiest instances out there. People will most likely want those epics the moment they drop, but most people in our guild are actually competing at the level where they can use this stuff. They don't necessarily need all that stuff, so you can shard quite a bit of it, especially if you run a few times, you've got all the epics, you can shard everything, tons of Maelstrom crystals, and we can start enchanting everyone's gear with Power Torrent, Landslide, and what have you. So, good stuff there. And that pretty much solves the issues for us. We can just rely on the bind on equip epics dropping in raids to fund our guild repairs, and just have everything sorted and make me a happy camper because everything's working again. So yes, that's that. That's all about patch 4.1. I just wanted to share this stuff with you guys. Now moving into the realms of PvP, something that ever since the last expansion I haven't actually done at all. A little bit of background here. Basically, when you look at our guild, we have quite a few guildies that are very, very casual. We have a few people in our guild that are quite hardcore about stuff, but there's a healthy mix, but most of the people aren't really into PvP at all. And lately this has been changing. And what basically happened was people figured out that no matter how crap you think you are, there is always someone out there who is even worse. And with that happy one-liner, Kisala took me, and we jumped into arenas. And if you know me in real life, or you are in my guild, you know that I am potentially the most crappy-ass PvP player out there. Kisala is just as bad as I am, and together we form Team Hilariously Stupid, and we really suck. But we found out, to our amazement, that we are not alone in this. In fact, you can take the two of us, hop us into arenas, make us do matches every week, about 11 or 12, and at some point you're gonna drop down to a level where people are just as crap as you are, and you're winning half your matches. So finding that out is very, very comforting, because it means I don't have to worry about, oh my god, I'm so crap. I can just do it and come up against people that are just as crap as I am and have a great time doing it. Because, as it turns out, PvP is actually fun. And I can't believe I actually said that, because I was always sort of the hallmark of, PvP sucks. But turns out it's not. PvP is lots of fun, actually. I can fondly remember the days way past when I did Alterac Valley for fun, because back then it was huge, and I actually liked it, sort of the PvE element, if you will, of the Alterac Valley being a massive slugfest. I like that. finding out that Battlegrounds nowadays, with the increase in health that people have, aren't the instant nuke fests they used to be like an expansion or two ago. Combats take longer, it's more fun, and I can actually run around and do stuff without being ganked in 2 shots again. So I'm having tons of fun. I'm walking around, I'm not feeling as squishy as I used to. And another very important thing here is you can actually quite easily get some gear together and hop into PvP without being instigated by everything. Because as it turns out, all the professions in the game, like leatherworking and blacksmithing and tailoring, can actually make a full set of PvP gear for you at quite low costs actually, just to get you some resilience and hop in and go do stuff. I mean, sure, you won't be awesome and no one expects you to be, but at least you're at a comfortable starting point and you can just get going and replace your gear once you get some honor points. So I'm having tons of fun, lots of my guildies are having tons of fun, and as a consequence, and this is where it gets really interesting, we are going to hop into rated Battlegrounds. Yes, we are finally at the point where we feel comfortable in our organization to get some people together and just go ahead and frickin' do it. Now, I can't actually tell you anything about this because we haven't done it yet, but we're going to start, as soon as you guys see this, actually, we're going to start the weekend after you see this. So, maybe next episode I can actually tell you how our first night of Rated Battlegrounds went. I'm really looking forward to it. Next week I'm going to have tons of updates because we're going to have a guild meeting, we're going to have Rated Battlegrounds, I can tell you lots of stuff about how this is going. For now though, with this happy note, I am going to have to sign off. I'm running out of time again, but I shall see you all next week.